is at hand. Ghostly hauntings as time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creepy floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. All's rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. How's it going?
Where's the spook scare?
I didn't do the spook scare this time.
Oh, I was waiting. I was like this.
See, that's why I didn't do it, because everybody was expecting it. Never expect it, guys. First thing I want to say is thank you, Ms. Pinky, for the membership. I really, really appreciate it. And just a little something for you. You're a superstar. Thank you very much. And of course, we want to say hello to everybody that's joined us tonight. Susan wanted to get in on the show because she was excited that the guys were coming on. And hi, Ace, a Shadow Cat. Welcome. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Helena, sweetie, we hope you're feeling better. We'll have to have her on Chick Chat sometime and just hang out with the girls. Just to make up for her missing out on tonight. Sydney, hello, hello. And let's see, Sir Pomp. Hey, how's it going? And MysticMima, how you doing, darling? Let's keep on scrolling. Shadow Cat. Cree, hey, Cree, how's it going? Hello, everyone. This should be really good. I think so too. I'm really excited for the guys. Sydney, how's it going? Hey, Steph, how's it going, sweetie? And I think we're caught, everybody. If I didn't, give me a shout out, guys. If I missed you, I apologize. So what's going on there, Miss Susan?
Nothing much. I mean, guess what I have? I have?
She's got that shit coffee again.
I got the shit coffee. Yeah.
Makes me want to have some. Oh God,
it's actually rather good. It's rather good. I love it.
Enjoy, but yeah,
enjoy.
Anything mixed with shit, I'm not eating it. So
you know, I have a funny thing that I did today, and it's kind of like a stupid thing, but it's funny at the same time. So I was making all natural remedy, because I do herbs and potions and all of that stuff. So I was making a serum for eyelash and eyebrow growth, right? So one of the ingredients was castor oil. So I mixed all the ingredients up, and then I got a small little line brush, and I was like putting it on my lashes and my eyebrows. And then all of a sudden I was like, why is my eyelashes and my eyes burning? I couldn't figure out for the life of me. And then I looked at the bottle, and it was castor oil soap.
Oh, jeez.
Instead of castor oil.
So now you're telling us you're bald.
Are you kidding me? So, it was just one of my moments. So,
oh my God. Well, hopefully it doesn't do anything to your eye. Hey,
No,
Joe,
it
how's it
didn't.
going? Hey, James, how are you?
But it was just a funny moment.
Oh, yeah. Me, I would have been all swelled up, had to go to the hospital. I know
Yeah.
that would have been me. How's it going, Sir Wayne? Welcome, welcome. Okay, well, without a further ado, hey, Florna, how's it going? Welcome, everybody. Let's bring the guys on.
Yes.
Just to let you know, guys, Helena is terribly sick. She's not going to be on the show tonight because she's ill. And Dawn had some personal things to take care of, so she won't be joining us. So we're just stuck with the guys tonight.
Sorry.
Unfortunate.
No eye candy. Sorry.
Yeah.
You
Well,
feel
a lot
better,
of people think
Lena?
you guys are eye candy. So, hey, you know.
Well,
Nah.
Nah.
keeps calling me babe in chat.
See, Matt thinks for eye candy.
Totally.
Oh God. So yeah, well, we all know how the relationship you guys have. So no worries. No worries at all. Hope you guys are doing okay. Matt, you're gonna be a free man pretty soon, right?
This December, I'll be out.
Fantastic.
I'm excited because we have a lot planned for 2026. I'm just saying.
All
A lot
right.
planned.
All right. So he's gonna be busy.
Yeah. Let's see if we can pull it off, though. Holy
It's a
crap.
lot of things.
I'm sure
A lot
you
of
will.
things.
Is that Helena says, I have a great show. I'll be there in spirit. These guys are way more interesting than me. And have cool things to say. Oh, I'm sure you have a lot to say too, Helena. Never downgrade yourself. Oh no, Jeff's in the chat.
Hi, Jeff and Dana.
That is not true.
Hi,
saying.
Wisdom. Yes, no, I've had an interview with Helena. She's very interesting, very sweet. Never downgrade yourself, darling. Never ever. Hey, Wisdom, how's it going? Okay, guys, we're just gonna jump right into it. My first question, of course, is for the both of you guys. What made you guys choose this location for your documentary?
Because of everything we had on it. So when I first, sorry for
That's
the
all right.
background noise. I'm at work. So basically, when we were doing I was doing an investigation for a documentary. It was called Man vs. Paranormal at the time in 2017. And I came across this house. It was an interesting house. It was kind of calling me in a way. I was seeing it on YouTube and everything. I was like, oh, this looks like an interesting location. I didn't know all the details yet until I got there. And I also found out about the bones. I found out about other things involved in the house. And then I decided to do the 3-night investigation there for the Man vs. Paranormal documentary. I was stuck in 3 different places by myself for 3 days, and each location. And so Monroe House was one of them. And so being there, got one really good piece of, I got one really good piece of evidence. And so then basically later down the line, we started gathering more and more and more information. I was like, okay, this place needs a story told. It deserves to be a documentary. It was just way too intriguing, especially finding that stick figure. That was like, it had to be in a film. I was holding on to some of that footage for years. I could have made like a YouTube video out of it, but I was holding on to it for many years because I knew it was supposed to be somewhere else. This can't just be a YouTube video.
Right.
So, yeah.
The Monroe House, I had never heard of it before. And I went there 2017. And even before I started investigating, it just had some weird things just happen. And as the night went on, it's one of those things where it's like, there's something about this place. And then I continued to go back. Now, look, most of the time, quiet, maybe something here and there. But then there were times where it's like, okay, that was interesting. But there's just something there. And it was in some way, shape, or form letting not just me, but others know, hey, I'm here. Like, whatever, I'm here and I'm letting you know. And also, like, the history isn't super insane, but there are interesting things about its history where it kind of leads us up to, we're like, okay, we think we know the timing of when things started and who kind of started this stuff and things like that. Now, there are a lot of things, about the house that are just not true. And it's important to dig into the history of a location. You dig in, that brings you closer to the truth. With the Monroe House, there were a lot of like these rumors and stuff like that. Not true, but it absolutely does not take away from the Monroe House. It actually makes it far more interesting the way I see it.
So did you do any kind of major research before you started the investigation?
For the first time, no, not a whole lot. I only knew a little bit. Actually, I would say the information that was out there on YouTube and the Groff show is the only thing I kind of knew about the place. And so it wasn't until later when I started doing a lot more digging, and then we found a lot more information. So
yeah, and then finding out that so the story is that the story kind of like starts with this Burgger family. Not that anything paranormal or anything like that was going on. It's just it seemed like they were the first family to live in the house. However, there was a family before that actually lived in the house, which is interesting.
Right.
So, I mean, there could be other people who may have lived there before this other family. We don't know, but it's a great start, and it gives us more information, with the history of the house.
Fantastic.
yeah, so someone asked the question, how many times have we investigated the Monroe House? For me personally, around 15 to 20 times, I think, for days. I've been gone. Not for how many times, but how many days.
Okay.
It's about that much.
I've investigated the house a little more than Matt. I can't even tell you how many days or how many times I've investigated that, because there are times where I went there for more than just a day. Could have been a couple of days, 3 days. We were there for 4 days. I was there almost a week or something like that when we were filming the documentary, or close to it, something like that. It's all a blur.
We were there for 4 days. 4 or 5 days.
Yeah, well, I was there for 5. Okay, so then I was there for 5 because I was there the day before. So, but
it was 4 days for us, at least. Yeah,
something
we were
like
there
that.
for
Everything's a blur. Like,
Right.
But for Christ's sakes, we had Thanksgiving dinner at the Monroe House.
Talk about commitment. Wow.
We did. We were there on Thanksgiving.
My God,
only because
really?
of the. So I had to do it during when Marine Corps could give me leave. So when the Marine Corps was able to give me leave was during, of course, Thanksgiving time period. I was like, I'm going to use this to my advantage, and then I used some leave days just to go film the pickup shots of the documentary, because I just purchased the DJI Ronin 4D, and I was like, we have to go back and get some more B-roll of the house. And the only time I could really do it was on Thanksgiving, so I was like, okay, kind of forced in this situation. So basically didn't have Thanksgiving, a normal Thanksgiving, basically.
A traditional Thanksgiving.
we just
Anyway.
had-
Wow.
Yeah.
Do
We're
either of
having-
you know?
Thanksgiving with the demon.
There you
Oh
go.
my God, that's crazy. Do any of you know the history before the house was there, of the land?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we know, I mean, I can say this. I mean, it's already out there anyways. So we know that there are human remains in the crawl space. And what is believed is that it may have been a private, forgotten, like grave or cemetery or whatever. And the house just was built over top of it. That's what we believe. And I honestly believe
really
that
know.
is probably it. Yeah, I mean, we really don't know. That's just the thinking for me.
Okay.
I'll speak for myself on that one. But yeah, I can believe that. I mean, it's more common to happen than we honestly think.
Right. Well, that leads up to the next question I have. Did you guys notice that from the aerial shots that the design of the house is in the style of a cross? Do you think that it was done on purpose?
I don't think the design of the cross was done on purpose, but it used to be a smaller house. And then they added onto it. They added an upstairs. So I guess it was just by design according to what was already there in the first place.
Okay.
Also, the building has changed a lot over the years because in 2017, you could tell how different it looked from when I was first there to the time I was back. And I mean, in 2023, and it's changed even more since 2023. So let's keep changing.
Amazing. Okay, yeah. Cree wants to know, do you think that by investigating, there's so many times it helped answer questions or brought more questions?
It's better to investigate as many times as you can. And on top of that, we are investigating the history outside of the Monroe House. We're trying to find some actual articles, death certificates, and all that. So
I think it answered a lot of questions, but there's still some that
most of it has been answered, though. We believe it's been answered, and so it's pretty. You know what's funny? This should have been the call of the Conjuring because there was actually something conjured here. So, and there's some physical evidence for that. So.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. What was the feeling you guys got when you first entered the property?
First time, it feels like something's like watching you from the distance. It's always from the distance. It feels like it's kind of a weird feeling, actually. It's like something that stays distant, but always has that sense of being watched type thing or observed.
Right. And I agree with that. I know the first time I went was actually when I met Matt, unfortunately, but it really felt like I was being watched. And honestly, it was sort of like this carnival or circus kind of vibe as well. Like something just kind of like, it seemed innocent, but kind of like messing with you, like as if it was kind of like humorous or something. But it definitely had that vibe where it's like, yep, I'm being watched.
Oh, wow.
There's another question. Yeah. Have you guys ever gotten any negativity over the documentary? Yeah, we've had some people that are skeptics and don't believe in the paranormal that disliked it. And then we had people that thought it was a horror film, not a documentary, and it was and judged it from it being a horror film. Oh, sorry, there's a plane going by. And so, yeah, so it was being judged because it's not an actual horror film. It's supposed to be a documentary horror film. So there's no jump scares. There's no very scripted scares or anything like that. That's not what the film is. It's a documentary. So sorry.
Right.
And then also my crazy ex was trying to put in her input. So
Okay.
yeah. Those are the negative.
I do want to, you know what? Here's the thing. No matter what we do, we're going to get criticized. There's always going to be something negative to say. And,
especially paranormal.
Right. So, I mean, no matter what, we already know we're not going to please everybody. It is what it is. You got to be tough skinned, because if we're going to take that stuff super personally, then we won't make it. I mean, we put out, here's what it is, here's what happened. You want to believe it or not, whatever. But at least we're transparent. Matt, when he edits, it's live. The review of footage is done live, well, for members. So we try to be very transparent. I mean, shit, you might during a review see some pretty embarrassing moments. It's like, well, I mean, oh well.
Right, that's all. All goes with it. Cree wants to know. You can get the video in the U.S. and even in the U.K., but you can't get it in Canada or some other countries. Are there plans to change that?
Go ahead, Matt.
It's happening right. It's happening right now for Canada. So we found out that in Canada they require you to have French subtitles. So we have Jeff from Exploring Harley. He speaks fluent French because he's also Canadian, and he is right now translating it for us. So he's doing all the captioning right now. And so, yes, it will be available in Canada after the French subtitles are finished. So,
yeah, we didn't know. Like we had no clue.
Because I believe Canada's. I know that there's a lot of French in Canada, but I was thinking that their number one language was English. So I thought it would be good enough for just being English, but I guess not.
So there you go, Cree. Just hold on a little bit longer. Hi, Dawn. Dawn managed to pop in and say hello to everybody. Glad you could join in. And let's see if we're missing any questions. I'm going to get caught up here. I don't. Let's see. Yes. Oh, well, okay. Cree says, yes. Well, the difference is you edit your documentaries in lives. We've watched you put this one and the Harrisville haunting together, so we know you faked no evidence.
Yep. And not only that, you also got the CB debunk a lot of evidence when it came to like EVPs, for example, because Eric, he likes to use a very low quality recorder. And so I debunk most of the EVPs by cross-checking the video and also the audio at the exact same time it happens. And this is why I always preach, do not use low quality recorders, because you're going to get a lot more pareidolia. That things like just thrustling of the clothes or dragging your feet will sound like a whisper on those recorders, even because it's not collecting enough information. And like a high quality recorder, you could easily differentiate those sounds. It's the low quality recorders you cannot. So yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Cree says, how much possible evidence do you think you left out because you questioned what it might be?
We most of the time do this saying called it, when in doubt, throw it out. So that's most of the time we do that. And if not, we also give some of them, we give you, if we are leaning more towards it being evidence, then we sometimes just give you the last say, and we say, this is for you to decide, basically.
Right. Including Joe's nose whistle, apparently. Thanks, Wiz.
Appreciate that.
I know.
Nothing like a good nose whistle.
I know.
What's funny? You know what's funny? So many times when I'm editing, I'm always turning off Joe's audio because he breathes out loud pretty loudly sometimes. So I'm like, God damn it. And then I just turn it back on when he's talking. When he's talking is when I turn it back on.
I can't really breathe out of my nose, and I hate to mouth breathe because then I sound like
Darth Vader. Yeah. I know the feeling. Yeah, because I catch myself doing it. Oh my God.
I'm fat. Leave me alone.
No, it's just maybe you have a deviated septum and you just don't get enough air.
I do. I can get surgery. I qualify for surgery, but I was also told if I had that done, I may lose my sense of smell.
Oh, no, really? Shit. Yeah, I won't have it done then. Okay. Because they talked about me having it. I'm like, nah, it's all right. Hi, Tammy. Welcome to the show. Okay, let's see. Okay. The question is, I see you checked and tested the door that opened. And you did it to the best of your ability. Did you guys check, like the leveling of the floor? Was there any possibility of spring action going on? Vibrations from the floor? Action. So how would you explain that happening?
I couldn't at the time. And also things have changed with the property. Like a lot of things were fixed and changed. So, but yeah, I couldn't. There was definitely no spring action. That's for sure.
Okay.
And there's no, those things that assist doors. There's none of that on there. It was just a regular door. It just somehow unlocked itself and opened because it was locked. And that video of me was that video I showed in the documentary is the video. It was like 2 days, I think it was like 2 days before, and I never touched it again after that. Because why would I go to the front door anyway when I am the back area of the house where everyone goes to the back area of that house when they are there. That front door is rarely ever used. So I locked it and didn't think I was ever going to need to do anything with it again. And then sure enough, it opened. And when I saw that, I thought someone broke in. That was my original thought, is I thought someone broke in. And so I grabbed the camera and then I go review it right away just to see if someone came into the house. So I didn't even sweep the house yet. I was going to see if someone's still here, So then I was reviewing it, and sure enough, it opened on its own. It was pretty cool. It was actually my first time ever capturing something move on its own, because it's actually the rarest thing. Other than full body apparitions, it's like one of the most rare things to capture is things moving on its own. So
yeah, that's awesome. Oh, wait, we have to acknowledge this. Thank you very much, Helena. You're a sweetie. And of course, she's going to get the superstar. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Okay,
there's some questions going.
There we go. Where do you think your perfectionism can get in the way or help when it comes to making a documentary?
Let me answer that one real quick, and you can answer it, Matt. It definitely can. Yeah, it definitely can. Because he will get fixated on something, and it's like 4 fucking days later he's still working on it, and it's like, God damn, this is like a 5-second thing.
Gotta make sure.
Move on. It's fine. Sure. And then he will he will do this shit. Here's the final poster. No, it's not. I know it's not. No. And then, I made these corrections. So here's the final poster. Now, it is not the final poster until things are out. Yes, it definitely can. But also, it is, of course, a good thing.
Well, I mean,
the good things. Right. There's pros and cons. So the cons is that it's a little bit slower process for sure. If you just give this to a normal editor that's working for television, they're probably going to finish it within a week or two, the whole episode. For me, it'll take longer than that because I'm very perfectionist-like. And so also, I would say the good thing out of it is that it will most likely stand out over most documentaries because of how particular I am with the sound design. Sound design, I think, is the thing that stands out the most with my work is the sound design. So that's like the number one compliment I'm getting from this documentary is the sound design and the people getting the chills from watching it. So
yeah, it was kept you captivated. So you did a great job. I got to acknowledge this. Thank you, Cree. You are a... We appreciate it a great deal. Okay, actually, let's see. I want to make sure I ain't missing anybody's questions before I blurt out another one. MysticMima says, did you see the paranormal lockdown episode where Eddie admitted that he pulled the house up for investigation because he was upside down on the flip?
He's always told us that he did buy the house to flip it. He was going to fix it up and flip it. But he started noticing weird things happening, and other people who were working there started to notice really weird things happen. And if I'm not mistaken, and Matt, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he decided not to sell the house because he would feel bad.
I remember that.
So basically, 2017, I believe, is when it officially opened up to investigating, which was actually the same time. Sorry. Well, there was only a very small amount of groups that did the Monroe House at the time, and then after it released on the show, is I think when it became public to investigate more often, and he even has debated shutting it down a couple times because of how bad things have gotten and how he believes in certain things that the house has affected people and killed people when they have left.
Oh my goodness.
He's leaning towards that, but I was telling him it's probably not the case. So, I don't believe that's the case. What I took.
But, I mean, he has shut it down for a little while from coming in to investigate. Right. But I don't think he seen it as I'm going to buy this house and make it.
I'm not giving details because he told me not to tell anyone about the details, but he did say that he believes there's some deaths that are associated to the house.
Oh my!
Possibly, is what he says.
I see.
Yeah, it wasn't like he bought the house like I want to turn it into a place for people to come and investigate.
Right.
No, because it took him years, for him to get that to that point.
You have to thank Dig Paranormal for that. Dig Paranormal is the one that Mike Diddy Jr. is the one that kind of put him in that direction of just making it to a actual house for paranormal. So now that's what it turned into.
Right. Cree wants to know, do you think that the bodies were buried under the house or that the house was built on top of the burial ground?
It was buried.
Can't really answer it.
Well, yeah, I think back in the day, I think a lot of like the historical places, they didn't dig up the sites. They just build right on top of it. This made one of the locations.
When Kenny Biddle talked to the town historian, again, she believed that it was just a private cemetery from, maybe settlers or something like that. And just the house was built over top of this private little forgotten like graveyard or cemetery or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, if that's the case, then there's probably quite a few other homes that are over top of forgotten.
Exactly. Something that just hasn't been discovered yet.
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you felt when you got into that crawl space? Especially finding the human bones and all the other witchcraft artifacts.
The stick figure, I literally felt like I was in a movie when I found that stick figure. I was like, this is so cool. You hear my excitement in the first part of it. It was like, hear my excitement because of finding that. And also I didn't have the best audio during that time. I only had the cam audio on it. So I actually it doesn't show in the documentary because I cut it because that's boring and just see me crawl out and grabbing in my voice recorder. But basically, I went back to get my Zoom H4n Pro, and just to get better audio because I was like, oh my god, this is too crazy. I need to get my audio. And so, it was a pretty cool experience. And I don't think anything. This is the hard part, guys. Is that I don't know if I'm ever gonna find something like this again to top this documentary because. Like, how often do you find a ritualistic stick figure or something like that inside of a crawl space? It's probably it's not very common. And yes, after finding that in the logos for Evil Unearthed and everything, I've been very inspired by Blair Witch to kind of really use that as a logo. And so it's like it turned it. But the cool thing is that this is real and not a fictional film.
Oh, it was perfect actually. So, hi, Fawn, welcome in.
And what's funny is that stick figure, which we know the guy that did it, it was around the exact same time that movie came out as when he lived there, the Blair Witch Project.
Oh, okay, so that's where he got the idea from.
Yeah. But it's all about the intent that matters. So
right. Yeah, that's what Susan and I were both discussing. See, she goes, it gave her the Blair Witch feel.
Yeah, it did.
And I said, well, that's.
I have the guy's. I have the guy's book, who was doing this stuff, and it's first off, it's terrible. So I just want to throw that out there. It's a book of poems, but they're fucked up. And some of these, I don't know how many of them were written or thought of during the time that he was living in the home, but some of them are just really weird. And when I read some of them, I'm like, this just comes across as something that had something to do with him living in the home.
Very strange.
Right.
And do you guys have any idea? Because I know you said he belonged to some kind of satanic cult, but do you know who the ritual was aimed at?
I think he explained that it was some woman that was. I don't remember if it was a relationship. I think it was a girl.
I think it was a relationship, is what it was.
Yeah.
It was basically done out of revenge.
Okay.
Yeah, it was dark magic stuff, and he was a part of the left hand path, which the left hand path is associated with a lot of different occults, and so even inspired this satanic Bible from Anton LaVey. So
Scary stuff.
I've also watched the guy's YouTube video, so has Matt. At that point in time in his life, very, very strange. I'll just keep it at that.
The only issue is that we did not get permission to put him in the documentary. I tried. I called him multiple times. I texted him, and he's basically just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yep. I even offered him money to be interviewed. And I was like, I'll blur your face and everything. And he still said no.
Yeah, because you even changed his voice and all of it, so nobody would have known nothing.
Which is what also weirds me out a little bit about it, because even offering money and everything didn't work. So part of me is like wondering, what if there's something else to those bones? Just because he's very, very secretive, like he does not want anything talked about on it. I don't know. It's just that's why I'm saying I have no idea about the bones. I'm not sure about any of it. We don't have any evidence for any of it. So.
Right.
But it's definitely intriguing, and he's being very weird about it, like of not wanting to talk at all. I offered him like $2,000 just to talk.
Wow. Yeah, that's okay. Hiding
and
something.
He still didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay, Fawn. Hey, life happens. We're glad that you could join us tonight, though.
Definitely.
The next question I have is about the bones. Do you feel that they were, well, actually, the issue with the bones is you weren't allowed to even maybe get a scraping off of them to get some kind of a DNA test done on them?
So by the time that I even decided to do any of that, because 2017 me wasn't the best filmmaker yet, so that was the only time I was able to get into the crawl space was 2017, 2008, 19. I also went back in there, but one of when I went back there in 2019, I didn't show this in the documentary because I found another bone. It was just the one I found was an animal bone, so I didn't put it in the documentary. And so the other one, though, I couldn't find them again. So I think after reviewing the footage, I know why I didn't go deep enough the second time. After I reviewed the footage, and I was like, "Oh shit, I missed it," because I had footage of me going in the second time too, but I didn't have the right footage. So, I mean, I didn't go deep enough. Sorry. And so, anyway, I did not get a scrape, unfortunately, but I had photos. And so, as you can see in the film,
right,
we talked to an anthropologist and archaeologist to review the bones, and they are leaning to it being more human than not. So,
yes, definitely did look human. So that's what, would he be open to having you guys, or even himself, having it tested?
It's closed off. It's completely closed off. Like he literally built the wood. You would have to take things down. Like you'd have to take down either the bricks, or destroy the wood that he had all set up right now. So
he did do, which is cool, and to help people's curiosity, I guess. Now we can go back there, but he built a crawl space with a little small viewing window
Right.
to see, into that other half, the crawl space. So, I mean, he did that. But yeah, he ain't let nobody go back there.
Okay.
Not anymore, because
Nope.
unless some new owner, like hopefully me one day, I will if I ever own that place, I'll go in there and excavate the whole thing.
Yeah, to see what
but-
else would be in there.
Let me answer this one real quick. Cree, there are reasons. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah, there's reasons. More had to do with police. So, so
Okay.
yeah, let's just say, yeah, that's about it.
That you were limited on what he was going to allow you to do.
Yeah, it was very weird what the police told me though. Of it being just chicken bones.
Okay. Cree wants to know, do you think it's disrespectful to remove the bones from their final resting place?
I'll be honest with you. If anything, I would think that it'd be more respectful
To get them
to
buried
take
in
the
a
bones
better
and-
place.
Yeah, I would. I mean, I would think, but again, that's just my opinion.
And yeah, they just have
We
no
also need to
idea who it is, though, either, right?
That too. So like they need to be identified, and if
Right.
they can't be identified, at least put some kind of memorial thing for it, for them, him or her.
Or there could
I-
be
I
more
didn't
than
see the
there.
details.
There could be more than just one.
Yeah.
It could, yeah, we don't know. But also too, it seems like the bones are really, really old, and you don't want to mess them up. You don't want to break them. You don't want to do
Right.
anything like that. So it's probably better that they're there, they're covered.
Yeah, just leave it.
Yeah.
as it
So
is.
the archaeologist also mentioned some yellow in the bones, which identifies that it's probably pretty old. So in the photos that we got, so I showed video from Nick Groff's show for a little quick clip, and it was basically in those photos there was like a little bit of yellowish in the bones, so meaning it was pretty old. So
All right, Cree wants to know, how long did it take for you between investigations and a final submission?
final submission, you mean?
Yeah,
Pretty much probably
I
for
don't
the
know.
documentary to be completed.
Oh, okay. So basically, it took 7 years of investigating it, and then 1 additional year of it was a year and 3 months of editing the film. So yeah, 2017 to 2023 is how many times we went there to investigate, and then 2024 is when it ended filming, because in 2024 I filmed the last sequence with the anthropologists and the archaeologists. So
See, guys, we've been waiting all this time and didn't realize how long it was.
Interesting.
Joe, Don has a question. How was it with having a demonologist there for the night? I know how I feel since I was there, but I didn't make the documentary, so I thought I'd ask.
Well, the whole thing was weird. So yeah, it didn't go into the documentary, but I did have a demonologist there. And when he went there, like as soon as he walked in the house, like, I am not kidding. It flipped. The house seemed very different. I had all of my stuff plugged in, ready to go, charged up, because I was going to interview him. And I let him hear some audio to get his take on it. And every camera except for 2. Then eventually it went down. I believe it went down to 1 camera. Died. Just stopped working. And I've had everything plugged in. And the room that I did this interview in was the same room we did every other interview in. All the wall outlets are working. Everything's working fine. I don't know what happened. Then I had audio issue, which they're able to fix that. But it was bizarre. Now, the other thing that wasn't in the documentary is we were in the basement and we all heard something scream. Listening to it, it sounded like it was telling the demonologist Leon to shut up.
Hmm.
And there were some other things too, but it was bizarre having a demonologist there and the house just flipping the way it did.
Wow, that's very interesting. Hey, Mark. Hey, Mariah. Hey, Raven. Thanks for joining us, guys.
And Dawn was hearing all kinds of crazy stuff, but when I listened to audio, it sounded like I could hear the train. I could hear some other things going on outside. I think that was the night. I don't remember, but no, it was weird. All right. Anyways,
It was just weird, guys.
Crazy.
Yeah. Also, there's a few things that had happened there that I couldn't add to the documentary. One of them was also something either fell or thrown. We don't really know. That was like a piece of rock or something like that was thrown or fell in the basement. But since we didn't have the raw footage anymore, and it was pre-edited by Joe's channel, it didn't look good with it digitally zoomed in, and also it didn't fit the editing style with what the documentary was like. And so I was like, okay, we can't really put this in here because it lost a lot of quality if I do any zooming in, like digital zooming in. So just completely cut it out for that reason. And then the demonologist part, that was a full-on investigation, and I can't add more investigating sequences after the main investigation.
Mm-hmm.
We already been for the Harrisville haunting, we were already critiqued on that from the Harrisville haunting of us going back there. Some people that were producers were saying that they thought it was a good idea just to end it after the like we shouldn't have gone back and added a whole nother sequence. And so I was like, I didn't want to do that with this film and do the same thing where we already did the main investigation. Now here's another big investigation sequence. So I decided not to do that, and it didn't make sense with the storyline that I was trying to tell. So yeah, so things get cut when it comes to filmmaking to fit how it's supposed to to fit the structure of the film. That's what it is. So, and I heard one of them or two of them of the things that they caught too. So it's definitely interesting. You can see that stuff on YouTube though. I believe it's on YouTube, right?
yeah. Except for the whole interview thing with Leon.
Okay. Did where did the voodoo figure end up? Did you put it back in the crawl space, or where is it now?
No. So right now, Eddie has it. Sorry, I almost said Eric. Eddie has it right now.
Okay.
And he apparently had it in his warehouse thing that he works at or something like that. He left it there, and he said it was getting pretty damaged. So he he says he's gonna try and put it together and put it in there to display and like credit the film and all that. So but I don't know if that's happening yet. I haven't seen it since, and I would have gotten better B-roll footage if I was able to get some if he was able to bring it, but he was never able to bring it. So
I would have thought of putting it in like a shadow box type of a thing, and he could hang it up.
Yeah,
to keep
that's
it
his plan.
Were you guys concerned when you removed the items and they weren't put back? Did you feel that maybe something might attach itself to you when you left?
Nothing ever happens to me when I go home after the Monroe House. Most locations don't do that to me anyway. So
I think what really helped was having some of those items brought back to the house and being able to use those as a trigger object. That really, I believe, really helped.
Yep, it did. No, I don't like to keep rehashing documentaries. I like to come up with new ideas. So I most likely no, but unless I ever bought the house, then maybe. I'm not I keep saying that, but I really want to one day.
Yeah. Where does the house stand? Is it, because I know probably the owner hasn't renovated or anything like that. There's going to be to a point that it's not going to be safe to go in, correct?
No. He's working on it all the time.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's turning it into a museum, and
Oh,
you're
awesome.
able to investigate it. Yeah, he's got all kinds of.
Fantastic.
I
Yeah, it
guess you
looks
could say
very
oddities
different than
in
what
there.
it used to be.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Did you watch the film out of curiosity?
I did. Yes.
So during the 2023 time, it looks very different than what it did in 2017, and that's
And
because
now it
he
looks
did a lot
different
of
now
renovation.
since we've been there.
Yeah, it's still
So they've
Yeah.
been working on it.
That's awesome.
yeah they've been working on. Yeah,
Um,
he's been fixing the roof too. That was one of the things he fixed,
oh,
and that's the
good.
important one. So yeah.
No, I don't wear the hat to bed.
He's letting out those locks. The lovely locks are loose.
Oh, look at that.
Woo.
Fabio.
Oh, Fabio.
Oh,
That's a
Elena's
good
coming
one.
to bed.
I can't help it if I have sexy hair. That's why I
Elena's going to bed. Oh,
Good
good night,
night.
sweetie.
Good
take
night.
some
Hope you feel
medicine.
better, Lena.
Feel better soon. Thank you very much, Mark, for the 5 gifted memberships. You're a rock star. Thank you. Thank you. And we have to do superstar. Thank you very much. It was very generous.
Damn it, Matt. I'm not going to bed. Stop calling me babe.
Ooh, babe.
I have to ask, what is the story behind that hula hoop?
Oh, in the beginning, in the 2017 time period, and I think 2018, 2000, maybe 19, it was up there because I don't know. I think they were trying to get it to move erratically, but I've never seen that happen. It
used
just
to have-
sways.
They used to have a devil's toy box, a big ass devil's toy box.
Yep.
In that house.
Which is basically mirrors that surround,
Mhm.
like it's full on mirrors that surrounds you. They believe, some people believe that mirrors are like a portal or whatever. And if you have mirrors facing each other and stuff like that too. And so basically had that in there at some point, and then it got moved out.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
Because I was wondering,
Now
like,
it's-
what's the deal with the hula hoop?
now
It's like a
back,
portal
but
or
it's in a-
something. Yeah.
now it's not necessarily that same one, but yeah, it's back and it's in a room somewhere. I can't remember where it is. But he did a
Oh, it's
double
back?
toy box room. Yep, he did a room full of nothing but mirrors.
Oh,
Well, we're going back. We're going
Yep.
back in January.
check
It's gonna
it
be
all
cold.
out. Oh, good night, Mystic Mima. Thanks for hanging out with us. Lucy Zachary says,
Oh, that's cool.
y'all killed it with the documentary. Best film I've seen in a really long time, especially in the paranormal. Yes, they did just a great job. Hey, Chris,
Mhm.
how's it going?
Thank you.
Look at that sexy
Thank
son
you.
of a bitch Zachary is.
Ooh, I love now
Actually, Zachary
go ahead.
Zachary's actually part of Devil's Hour Productions now. He's like our official cinematographer.
Oh, all right.
Nice.
So there you go. So that's where the
And
big
there's so
compliment
much
comes
news.
up.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
so much
I'm-
news I want to tell you guys, but that you're gonna wait until 2026.
Oh, come
when you
on.
guys get
We have to
all
hang around that
updated.
long.
Oh, geez. That's like next year.
Yeah.
Nothing like a
But there's a lot
tease.
going
Well, I
on.
mean, this year's
Uh-huh.
almost over, so
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
That's very
halfway
true.
through
Very
it.
true.
For Christ's sakes, I know. It's months almost over with already. Cree says, do you have
Yeah,
anything
2020.
left out of the documentary that you wished you could have put in but didn't, and why?
Probably some of the. I haven't fully gone through all the interview of the demonologist, but I probably would have put some of that in there. But we already had Michelle Belanger, who's also an occult expert and demonologist. Yeah, she not the kind of demonologist for the church, but she knows all about demonology. And so, since we already have one expert, I didn't feel like we needed 2 of them for the film. It was already a long running film, guys. It's like 2 hours, 20 minutes for a documentary. That's decently pretty long. So I decided not to add it for that reason, even though it was cool to have them. But you know what? Maybe one day we'll have a Blu-ray version for you or 4K disc version that you can have like extra sequences that were not put in the film.
Yeah, that'd be
That's cool.
great.
Yeah.
Take care of
Yeah.
fun. Enjoy your dinner. So yeah, that would be something to look forward to. You know, like the what is it they call it? The director's cut or whatever.
Yep. Never before seen. Yeah. That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe,
And
yeah. It would
never signed an NDA or anything like that. So
yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing. So, do you need to sign media release forms when you are on for something for television, so or theaters? So he never signed one, so that was another issue.
Now the process of putting this all together, is it very difficult?
I was just going to ask that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize how much hard work it is.
Yeah, it took a year and 3 months of me editing. So yeah, it was and I did that while in the Marine Corps. So I was going to the field a lot during a whole workup, going to the field, and I'll just come back. My watch detected all this, but I was only getting on average 4 hours of sleep throughout the entire year.
Wow.
Last year. Every single day, on average, 4 hours sleep, but I was getting more like 3 to 4 hours daily. The only reason why it says 4 is because on the weekends I got better sleep on the weekends, but during the weekdays I was getting like 3 hours sleep pretty much every single night. And so just trying to get the film done and also doing Marine Corps stuff, so it was very difficult, very, very difficult.
Yeah. And then trying to be like cinematographer and then trying to investigate and trying to do this and trying to do that, kind of just all at the same time. That's not easy to do, because you want to focus on investigating, but at the same time you got to focus, what you're doing with the cameras and all kinds of other stuff. It's a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie, it really is. And
that's why we got Zachary as a cameraman now. we needed our official cinematographer that would only focus on the filmmaking aspect, because we already have all of our investigators focused on the investigating. We just needed one
That's awesome.
strictly would focus on. Yeah, so we finally got that. We needed that for a long time. So,
Wiz wants to know, did you ever get in trouble in the Marines over the work you put in for the documentary?
I actually had my sir tell me that I need to get more sleep. It's because it's not healthy. So yeah, but that was kind of, but I still chose the documentary just because people were waiting on me. They're like, when people are depending on you to get it done. So I was like, I just did. I did both.
Yeah, the schedule could not have been easy at all. Cree said, "How many?" Go ahead.
I was just going to say, when it comes to health, it's definitely affected by health, I would say, over the past year.
So yeah, I'm sure you can't wait for December so you can sleep for about a month or two. That's what I would think.
I'm one of those people that I don't like sleeping for a very long time. 7 hours is usually how long I sleep for now after the documentary's been done. So it's because I am more the person that just likes to stay busy. I'm a workaholic.
Yes, I have many of those in my family. Cree wants to know, how many awards has Evil Unearthed won so far in the festivals you've shown it at?
8 so far.
Fantastic.
So
it's nice.
8 of them, and the difference between the Harrisville Haunting and this one, the Harrisville Haunting we submitted to a lot of small film festivals. This one I didn't submit to as many small film festivals. I submitted to mainly big film festivals for this one, and it won pretty much all the small film festivals so far, but still haven't been accepted to any of the big ones at the moment. So and I know why. It's because of the length, because they're showing a lot of documentaries. I mean, sorry, not documentaries, full features in a film festival, and so they don't want 2-hour films for a film festival most of the time. So,
oh, well, that's ridiculous. I mean, you want to get the whole story out there. and cutting
I
stuff out. It just well, their loss apparently. Thank you, Pinky, for the donation. We appreciate it greatly, sweetie. Thank you very much. Wayne says, he goes, I've tried to search for your documentary on Netflix and Prime Amazon, but couldn't find it due to forgetting the name. What's the title again, please?
Evil Unearthed. And it's not on Netflix. It's on Prime Video. You can watch it on Prime Video, Google Play, and YouTube Movies. I haven't got to see it on YouTube Movies yet, but I'm pretty sure that one's going to be the best quality one. I'm just guessing. I haven't seen it yet, though. But I think that would be out of those three, I think that one might be the better quality one. I'm not sure yet. I haven't. I've seen it on Prime. But I would say Prime, I would prefer the most just because last time our last film got really big on Prime. That It's right now, if you just type in paranormal or anything related to the paranormal, the Harrisville haunting pops up. So it's it did very well on Prime Video.
Right. Yeah. It all pops up. Really. That's pretty much top
it pops
of the
up
list.
really easy.
And also explain to everybody the difference between them renting and buying the documentary. And how it helps you out.
It supports us more if you buy it for multiple reasons. One, obviously we get a better cut out of it, and I spent $30,000 around that much of my own money on this film. So every little bit helps just to try and get our money back for how much was put into it, and also helps us for our future documentaries or show. So yeah.
So go out and buy it, guys. Jeff says, Joe, on average, how many times does Matt call you and message you when you are there without him?
Jeff, you were with me at the Monroe House. You know how many times Matt has messaged me and has called me. Like, hey, I'm going to be investigating.
Don't
bother me. And then he calls, dude, see, the thing is that, people are like, oh, just shut your phone off or whatever. And it's like, I can't really do that because I have kids. I have grandkids. So I really can't do that. So if there's an emergency, I need to know immediately. And in the middle of an investigation, hey, if there's anybody here with me, can you fucking phone rings? Yeah, don't call me, Matt. I'm going to be at a concert. I'm at the concert. Minutes before it starts, Matt calls. I'm like, God damn, man. Like, really?
He misses you.
No, for specifically at the Monroe House, for example, there was lots I wanted filmed still. And so actually didn't get that much. It's when I was asking for it, but yeah, it was more of the B-roll of certain things that I was wanting.
Yeah, well, it was just me. I'm the only camera guy there, and I'm trying to film things, investigate, and try to manage everything by myself. Holy fuck.
Well, now it's better because now you have a larger crew so that everybody can have their specific job and it'll work out better. Wiz wants to know, have you picked your next location yet?
Depends on whatever you're talking about, because we have a lot of things planned. Let's just say that.
Still a secret, guys. You gotta wait.
Next year.
Pomp wants to know, do you think the documentary do you think the documentary will bring in more work for you, i.e. bigger film companies wanting you to work for them, or location owners wanting their properties documented?
I know one property that won't want us there.
Oh, come on.
Oh, geez. Really?
Joe, you did.
Well, yes. Yes, it's already happened. Not from location, but I will be on a TV show pretty soon, but I'm not going to say when or anything like that or what, because I don't know if that's allowed to be out there. But I will be on a TV show pretty soon, helping out a friend of mine too. Also,
pretty cool.
I'll be a guest investigator too. Yeah,
nice.
I'm
welcome.
I was supposed to do the same, but I don't know if I missed the boat on that or what happened. That was last year, though, I think. But anyways, I look at it like this. I don't really care if it opens like doors to like, bigger, whatever's. Like, what I care about is us having control, having 100% control, doing it the way that we want to do it, and not having somebody breathing down our necks about what they want done or anything like that.
Exactly.
Having that freedom is nice.
Yeah, it is nice, and that's one thing I love about the distribution process is that they don't make us change anything with the film itself. The only thing they make us change is sometimes the poster. And so, like my Harrisville Haunting poster was completely changed, not in the way I like it, because in my opinion, I don't like that text, the font, and it looks cartoonish. I don't like it, but that's what Gravitas Ventures wanted. So they're like, okay, we're going to put that out there. And yeah, I wasn't a fan. But if you go look at the one on my YouTube channel, because now it's public on YouTube, that's the original one that I had planned on releasing. And so it was more of a grunge text. They don't like grunge text because they want it to pop more. Right. And the thing is that I think of it as a thumbnail. If it grabs your attention, that's what matters the most. But it did well, so whatever. it's like I can't really do much about it. The second film, this film, Evil Unearthed, I was able to use the poster I wanted, so I'm very happy about that.
That's good. That's good.
I think it has to do with the distributor too, because the distributor allowed it also. So we changed distributors this time. So
there, Shadow Kid, I'm telling you that Matt and Joe are sisters. Okay.
Yeah, we go back and forth all the time.
Let's see.
There was give us fans what we want, more baller ass films. Yeah, we're actually just on Morgan's show, so.
Okay.
Nice.
The Ghoul Friend podcast. I will be posting shorts and stuff like that from her podcast on
yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch it. I plan on it, but I didn't get a chance to. But apparently,
the best part about this that interview was that she felt like everything I was trying to do as a director and as an artist. I never explained anything to her, never talked to her about what I was trying to do for the film. She actually said everything I was trying to convey into the film. She felt that, and so I thought that was really cool. That without any like adding anything, she felt all the things I was hoping for an audience member. So I thought that was really cool, seeing that point of view. And it almost sounded like me saying what I wanted people to feel for the film, but I didn't have to. She that's what she felt. So that was pretty cool.
Right. Yeah, no, you picked up on it. Like I said, it was very well done. You got a lot from it. After it was over, I mean, you understood the story behind it and what you were conveying. Don wants to know, what was your purpose on ending the documentary with Joe and I?
It was to let people know that the haunting still happens to this day. It's still occurring. And so that was it's still going to be occurring far beyond when this film ends. That's what the point of it was.
And that's
weird. What I say in the voiceover. Yeah, that was also weird. If you guys watched that ending part,
right?
It was fun to edit that too.
Let's see here. Do you think that Myers is the spirit in the house, or do you believe that it is a dark entity summoned by that ritual that was performed in the home?
I think it's something dark, because it seems to be affecting people in a lot of negative ways. This location, it's very particular people too. It's not like everyone. It depends on the individual. It's a very psychological haunt, and it's people that are more susceptible to that kind of entity is when you're going to get that kind of activity. Also, you kind of get what you put into it, I would say, into that house. So that's what I would say about the house. But yeah.
Okay, because Cree's pretty much asking the same thing. Do you think that it's evil that's there, just spirits? There's a demon or something else? If something else, what do you think it is?
So look, this is my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I do believe what is there is demonic, and the reason why I do believe that is one, we look at what went on in the house, also how this thing affects people. It's more of a psychological haunting than anything else. It is very manipulating, like it's very manipulative. It's
Also obsessive on some investigators, and like myself and Michael and even
Right.
Eddie. He's not an investigator, but I think he's becoming more obsessed about the place. So not as an investigator standpoint, more of like he wants to put into the house a lot more. And so that's also another demonic sign. But I'm not saying that's what it is. We don't really, everything in the paranormal is a theory, mainly.
Right.
So
plus, there's like mimicking of certain things. I don't want to say too much because some of that is in the documentary. There's just a lot of red flags. No, I mean, am I right? I don't know. I'm just what I believe. That's just my opinion.
Well, there was one point there where that one of your teammates was having chest pains. Do you think that was caused by being in the location?
So yeah, that was from Interface Death investigation, which I'm really good friends with Interface Death, and so I trust them 100% when it came to that.
I was there for that,
and yeah, so, and Joe was there for that too, and so that location does affect people's hearts. It seems to be also, and that's another big red flag in some ways because it's happened to myself also. I just didn't put it in the film because it was a personal experience, not something that's caught on video or anything. I was like laying down and Dawn, Joe was asleep, I was asleep, Dawn was awake. Then Dawn heard footsteps down near where I was apparently. And what was weird about that is like soon after she was hearing that, apparently I felt this, my heart, I just woke up to my heart just racing like crazy. So I don't know if it was just the caffeine from earlier, maybe, but it was just weird that it just automatically happened where I just woke up from my heart racing. And then I didn't know any of that happened until I went to that room, went back to the main room that everyone usually stays at the Monroe House. And then she explained that she heard like running right near where I was. And so I thought that was interesting that that happened correlated at around the same time.
Now going back to Derek in that room upstairs, that back bedroom is also where he was visiting. Mr. Jones was visiting his family, so he stayed in that back bedroom. That's where he died. Heart attack.
Oh.
I just want to say one more thing. What's also interesting about that running thing, that's what Joe and Dawn captured. That like later. Was that later or before? I don't remember. Is that later or
you know what? Like I said, everything like from that time being there, it just mashes together.
Yeah, so it's not the first time that's happened, but it was validated on video also later. But like I said, I don't put personal experiences that much in there unless it's caught on video.
It used to be people were hearing like just running down the stairs, and now it's being heard elsewhere in the house. And that whole thing again with Derek, like video does not do that justice. Like Derek looked like absolute shit when that happened. It's hard to tell on video.
Seen him in IR,
right?
Yeah.
But like he was pale, like pale. He was just out of it.
He's never had. I asked him before putting in there. I was asking him, did you ever have any of these kind of health issues before or after this investigation? And he says he's never had that ever happen to him, and it's never happened again. So, that's very interesting.
Dawn said it was before.
Yeah, she said it was before.
That's cool because later down the line caught it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that this investigation affected men and women teammates differently?
I think a lot of women are just more susceptible,
Mm-hmm.
and also
In that
the past
house.
history. Yes, in that house, I believe they're just more susceptible. Also, there's been let's just say rumors that have been also backed up a little bit by newspaper articles from that time that we put in the film. You could that there was abuse that happened there to their claims, because everything's it was nothing's there was no evidence, but that was their claims during that time period when they were going to court, that they were abused, that the husband was abusive to the wife, and then also I heard that the wife was abusive to the children. So it's like this
I
whole thing
think
that
they
there
were
was
just both
abuse that took
assholes to
place.
each other.
Yeah. So
I think, yeah.
So basically, that's what some of the people were feeling at that location, and I put that into the documentary of what happened to Maddie, because that's exactly what she felt in that location was abuse, like some kind of abuse, and she didn't know about that part of the history either when she felt that.
And just quickly, I believe that women are far more closer to the paranormal than us guys. And it does seem like women seem to be far more affected at the Monroe House than us guys, anyways. But I think that has more to do with what that guy did and who it was aimed at, and it was aimed at a female.
Okay. Wayne wants to know, apparently there was bones found there. Did you find any on your investigation or keeping secret?
Yeah, it's in the documentary.
Yeah.
You gotta watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gotta watch it.
I mean, I'm not going to sit there and say it was confirmed, but there's an anthropologist and a biologist, Matt. Was that these?
Yes, as not a biologist, an anthropologist and archaeologist.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Okay. So, and I believe the anthropologist was he the one who's like one of them have a name for them, like very well known.
Yeah, he's pretty well known in the anthropology space / archaeology space. He does both, so he has a degree in both. And actually, it was, if you guys know Mandy, she's the one that got me got those people for me, because she is also an anthropologist, which most people don't know about. She has an anthropology degree, and she actually had these two people that she knew about. And so she got me hooked up with them, because I was that's another behind the scene thing that I should mention. I was going everywhere looking for an anthropologist for this film. And it took me so long. I was like typing away, looking for, I was going to museums. I was going to universities. I was like looking all over the place, and none of them would agree to it because it's filmed. And then, or they would just give me a big goose chase where I would go to the next person or another person. And so it was difficult. Then I was like, you know what? I want to try Facebook group pages. So I went to anthropology group pages everywhere. And then I started following them. And then I started commenting in them. Like, is there anybody in the Southern California area that is an anthropologist that would like to be in a documentary to identify some possible human remains? And then basically I didn't get any responses for a long time. Actually, I did get a couple that were saying, oh, just go to this university, which I did that. Still no response. And then, or they just gave me the whole runaround. And then finally Mandy, which was funny because we were friends, but she was in that same group, the anthropology group. I was like, what the heck? Why is she commenting on this? And then all of a sudden, yeah, she's like, yeah, I know two anthropologists actually. And so she got me
Nice.
involved with those two. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Steph wants to know, do you guys do any rituals or prayers to make sure nothing attaches to you guys? Or would you be okay with something coming back with you for a while if it wasn't evil or destructive?
Dude, I'm Joe fucking Vitale. I pray to myself. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He scares himself.
I don't. I'm like, I want something to happen. Even if I get like tossed around like a rag doll. If it happens, it happens. As long as I get that shit on film.
So I'm very similar. The only time I ever do any prayers or anything is if I feel like something's following me home, and it has to be very bad too. And I haven't had that happen since I first started investigating. Like the very beginning when I started investigating, it felt like bad things following me, but then after a while, it never again. It was like my 3-year mark is around the time frame. 3 or 4 year mark is when it stopped. Anything stopped following me home. So.
Oh yeah, Dawn said she talked to Eddie about the footsteps, and he said he was hearing it when he was cleaning during that time and reported it to others.
Well, he's reported. He's also heard the footsteps many times. He's also heard it when he was in the crawl space, and he heard it right above him when he was the only one in the house. And so he gets freaked out about that place. Eddie does. It's pretty funny, actually.
I mean, there was something that had happened because I went there, and there was something that happened. He's like, "Nope, I'm out. Nope, I'm not doing this." He started to leave.
Poor guy.
I know. Does he put any cameras up or anything to get evidence himself?
No, he should. I actually told him about that he should. He does have motion sensors in there, but that's it. I told him he should do that, though.
Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Collect the data and then have you guys go over it.
Yeah.
Cree wants to know when all that was going down with the women in the audio recording, were you called? Why did they call you?
Because Michael was a part of the team at the time, and I was in California when I got that phone call, and he was in the house, and then he was just mentioning to me like the Monroe House is going crazy and everything. I forgot who called who, but one of us called each other. I can't remember. And then basically that phone call that you hear in the film is the original phone call, and this is when the apps on your phones were able to record automatically if you wanted to. So I have a recording app. So as a documentarian, I like to have a recording app just in case, And so and I've used it in the past for multiple other things, and then client cases too. When I get a call for a client case, I have the calls recorded, and then so it automatically records. It doesn't do that anymore. They've changed the rules of how it works now. You have to actually it's like a 2-step process now to record phone calls. But back then it would automatically record right when you answer the call, and so that's how I got that phone call. And it recorded the whole time, and it was an intriguing phone call, that's for sure. So, and I knew when I got that phone call, I knew how I was starting the film for years. I knew how I was going to start the film. It was going to be with that phone call. It's one of my favorite intros I've ever done, by the way.
Jeff said it adds to Eddie's validity the way he acts when he's in the house. I've seen it firsthand.
Eddie's always looking over his shoulder.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah,
every time you guys had him on film, it was just he's
He's paranoid.
Yeah.
He's paranoid of the place, and you can tell because he just looks uneasy all the time there. It's funny.
Does he go there at night, or he just during the day?
He tries to do what he needs to do during the day, but there are times where he overstays, I guess, and it gets dark, and he doesn't realize it.
Poor guy.
Oh, by the way, one thing that didn't make the film for only one reason. Okay, so when I was trying to grab the recorder, like I told you guys earlier, for when I was in the crawl space, Eddie was in the crawl space by himself for just a second. And I didn't actually exit the crawl space. I had Dwayne hand me the recorder. But when going back, Eddie hears a whisper to him, and he's freaking the fuck out. He's trying to run. He can't run, so he's trying to crawl really fast out. I'm like, it's okay, man. I lied to him, saying they can't hurt you, man. They can't hurt you. And so I was just trying to calm him down. And then he was really freaking out. The only reason why I didn't make the film is because I didn't have my freaking IR light on. I forgot to record it on my IR light, so it's like very dark footage, and so there's like you couldn't see anything. So I was like, it's only audio, and then it didn't translate. I was trying to get it into the film. It didn't translate well with only audio. So I was like, god dang it. That kind of sucks. So I just cut it out completely. But I really wanted that sequence in. I just wish my damn IR light was on. Then I would have done it. I would have added it to the film if the IR light was on.
Oh, geez, poor guy.
Yeah.
As far as the whole building itself, where was the most concentration of activity in the home?
Blue room. Well,
yeah, blue room and basement.
Yeah.
Those are the two most active in our experience. Some people have experienced stuff upstairs too. But in our experiences, it was mainly the blue room and the basement. One thing I want to tell, though, I really love this story that Eddie has said. Before the days, it was very well investigated and everything. He got multiple police phone calls. Someone called the police multiple times on that house because they would see a woman in white in the upstairs area of the house. And then they would also hear screaming in the house. And so that kind of correlates with the abuse stories, which is interesting, I think. They heard screaming in the house, like some kind of disturbance. The cops get there. The cops also heard the screams. And then they get in there, and then there's nobody there. It's so,
wow.
So, yeah. They didn't. It was a very interesting story, though, and I thought I love it when cops are involved because then it's just adding a little bit of validity that someone's like really thinking that something's happened there. It's pretty cool,
right? Now, see right there, you're with that statement and that story is. Do you believe that there's just more than one thing going on in there?
I believe the residual also, when it comes to the screams and stuff like that, it could be from past abuse from the past, or demonic. Maybe messing with people. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's.
This was before it was highly investigated. Maybe let's try to get someone in the house.
Maybe. Cree wants to know why do you think that Eddie is okay with you making the documentary on the home?
Because we're fucking awesome. Hello.
Oh my god!
Come on, Cree. I mean,
I think so. Originally, when I was doing Man vs. Paranormal, he saw some of my YouTube videos. He thought I had some good. He thought I was really good at editing at the time, and so he kind of I guess, had a liking for me. I don't know. Maybe it's because I wasn't big yet in the parent. I wasn't on TV or anything at the time. So he kind of was like, he saw potential and he wanted me to have it. No, I'm just saying what he said. This is his words. This is his words. It's not mine.
Well, I think too.
But part of it's assumption, though.
Yeah, I think he knows that we don't.
That too.
We don't bullshit.
We were very
not going to over dramatize anything or anything like that. So I think that really did help. And said it many times, that place deserved an in-depth documentary.
Yeah, there's been no document. It's pretty cool actually hearing the feedback because there's a lot of paranormal fans out there. A lot of paranormal fans, meaning that we're talking about the Monroe House and that have been to the Monroe House, have said that they've uncovered so much from the house because of the documentary. They didn't know about it until they watched the documentary, which is great because that's what we wanted to do with this documentary was to inform. Even Michelle Belanger, when she watched the documentary, she also learned a lot of stuff about the house that she didn't know when she watched the documentary. So that was pretty cool.
Right. Yeah. I left with the same feeling. I learned a lot more than what I knew about the house. Jeff wants to know, does Eddie get upset when people like the twins go there?
I can answer that one. Not really. I think what they don't like is the over the top craziness that some of the channels do. I mean,
I don't think they like being called Demon House.
Yeah. And when Twin Paranormal was there, they were in. We used to call it the Ouija board room. Now I guess it's like the doll room or whatever. They got 3 guys in this room, and they're like, "Oh, we're trapped inside this room." I was like, yeah, "Fuck, door's right there. All you got to do is open it and walk out." Oh, there's something pacing outside the door, and I knew immediately what they were hearing. And what they were hearing was the plastic on the window. And it does sound like debris, but neither one of them, bothered to get up and check. They just ran with this, whatever it is that they wanted. And what I thought was funny too was because earlier before they went upstairs, they showed on their app words. One of those words was Joe. And it was hilarious because that is also the same room where the Evil Unearthed poster is. Well, they took the poster down, which was funny, and they turned it around so nobody could see it.
Right.
And they go upstairs into that room. They're like, "What is your name?" and stuff like that. And they're like, they get a name, and I don't remember what it was. Like, "Oh my God, this is the first time we got a name." I'm like, "No, you got the name Joe like 45 minutes ago. How is that the first time you get a name on your app?" Like, and you just knew. And then what ended up happening was a couple of days later, or something like that. I believe it was Pam. She said, "Hey, look, guys, don't believe everything you hear, on like YouTube or whatever, about this house." I was like, "Well, that's cool." I don't think that they care.
Go watch Evil Unearthed instead. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And they don't, look, I don't think that they mind if they're there. It's just, there's just some things that there are things that YouTubers say and do that make a location just look fucking silly. Let's be honest.
Agree.
And unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I have, there's a question in the comments that I wanted to answer. I have it right here. If you guys want to know what Eddie thought of the film, so I'm paraphrasing some of it because not paraphrasing. I'm
He was embarrassed
some
by
of
it
because some of it's something else. That's no, totally. That's good. No. So he says, hold on. There's an airplane going by.
Hi, Sandra. Hi,
Airplane.
Pam. Welcome
Sorry.
in, ladies. Damn planes.
Okay, so I know, seriously. Okay, so what he said is, it's fantastic. I absolutely, sorry, that part, skip it. It does more than creep me out. You are gifted at producing documentary horror films. You should do one on, no. Okay, so that's basically what he said. That small little part.
He loved
That's basically all they said about
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah, basically he said it was fantastic and that it was, yeah, so he was impressed with the production also. He says that he's creeped out for the house too, which I thought was funny. Like he also said in another paragraph that's associated with other things that I don't want to, put out there. He's basically like he has a hard time staying in the house after watching that film.
That's what I was going to ask. He creeps out so much that he won't go back in.
Now.
You own the house. You are there more than anyone else.
I know.
I
He
know.
didn't want nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
He's going to put the sign up, so
Yeah.
you might get it anyway, Matt. You don't know.
So the film is doing its job as a horror documentary. It's creeping people out, and I love that. So.
Yeah, that's great. Hey, Spooky Cougar, welcome in.
And I really hope it gives more attention to the house, and I really do hope that they get more people going to that location, because it is a great location. And Eddie and Pam, they're awesome people. Like I can't say enough of like great things about them. I really can't. It almost sounds like I'm kissing their ass, but I'm really not. I mean, they're just awesome people.
Well, I like the way that they're handling the whole situation because they could have went the other route and then just opened the doors and just jacked up a price and said, "Come on in," and is raked in the cash, and they're not doing that. And I think it's great.
Right. I mean, they did raise the price an extra $25, but it's $175 a night. You ain't getting
That's
an
awesome.
Airbnb. You ain't getting an Airbnb at that price. On top of that, I mean, it's a haunted location. There's beds. There's a refrigerator. There's a microwave. They supply, drinks and snacks and all
That's
that
awesome.
stuff.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
they got a full,
totally worth
like,
it.
they got a fully functioning bathroom, working shower, all that stuff. 2 bathrooms. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I would love to go there. Definitely.
I mean, compared to what you see, I mean, you guys have already experienced this. All these other places, it's thousands of dollars.
oh, I tell you. Yeah,
And
It's
absolutely.
so
ridiculous.
it's insane. Yeah.
That's another thing about them. I just want to say that Eddie and Pam are the best, in my opinion, the best location owners we have experienced. Like, they are top notch, awesome, and they keep it cheap for everyone. They don't like overcharge you. It's like about the price of a hotel, so, and it's a whole house, and
That's
so
awesome.
it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah. See, Pam saying that Pam knew that
A
I was
hot
healing
house.
from a broken arm, and and tried to check in on me often. So see, she generally cared about the people
That's
who were
awesome.
there. So they it tells you the kind of people they are.
Mhm.
Jeff wants to know. Go ahead.
and just quickly look, like if I go to book the place or whatever, they're like, I don't have to pay, but I pay because I mean, like, they're opening their home to me to investigate. I have no problems like paying. I won't take advantage of that. But that's just how awesome they are.
I wouldn't say those things because they said not to tell anyone that. Yeah, so
It's okay. We won't tell.
Always pay. Always, like,
Always.
no
always,
joke.
goes
you
back
have to
into
pay, guys.
I mean,
have to
that
pay.
goes back into the building. So I mean, renovating is very
Yeah.
expensive. Jeff wants to know: did you guys explain how he exited the house out of the second story window at one time? I remember that.
Yes, that's in the documentary also. I wanted the other story about the phone calls and everything. I just didn't have any good interview footage. I would have to go back and film a whole new interview thing with him. But so he wasn't able to be there on the day that we did the pickup shots with the B-roll and everything. So I never got that chance. But that was one of the stories I really loved with the police calls. But the other one that is in the documentary is when he apparently saw what he thought. I think did he say his brother? I think it was his brother. Or something
I believe it was his brother or brother-in-law or something like that.
Yeah, and then he thought he saw him like walk into the other room where all the dolls are, going towards that area, and then it was like he just saw that person just walk by. He's like, oh, okay, it's just him. And then he called out for him. Nobody answered. Then he went to go walk over there, and he's not there. And so he's like, he freaks out. He actually jumps out the window and unplugs his lights. It's from the cord, and then just like he exited from the second floor, basically, off the roof, because he was that freaked out.
I do remember that. That was funny. Stephanie wants to know who gets haunted more there, Eddie or Pam, do you think? And any thoughts why?
Pam,
I think Eddie, because
Pam's not
Eddie's
really
been there
there.
a lot more. Yeah.
I mean, Pam probably goes there like maybe once, twice a year, maybe. But I mean, they don't
I
live
don't know
in
how
the
much
home,
she
so.
does. Yeah, they don't live in the house, so I mainly see Eddie there. I've only seen Pam there 2 times. That's it. So she's like rarely there.
So, and Miss Elena, you're
for the
supposed to be
time.
resting.
I know she's lurking.
She's lurking. She's not resting.
Well, she is resting. She's just watching and resting,
She says the owners are amazing and the location is definitely underpriced, but I'm glad that money isn't the reason they're doing this. I hope more people visit the location and help unearthing its secrets. Yeah, that's just great. Yeah.
Give it high ratings too on Facebook. And speaking of ratings, after watching Evil Unearthed, please give a review on the film. It's now on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's on IMDb and Prime Video, wherever you rent it at. I don't think you could rate on YouTube movies, but you can on Prime Video and Google Play. You could rate there. So please do that after you're done watching. It helps us out a lot.
Yeah, it helps a great deal. Yes, Steph, he said they don't have cameras.
No.
They're trying to talk them into it.
I mean, they have like security cams, but it's not like like they can just like throw it
Motion
out there
sensors.
on yeah, they're motion sensor. Yeah, it's just localized.
There's an alarm that goes off if you try and go in there without anybody.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
All right, so yeah, it's all set up for security purposes. That's great.
Yeah, I've heard it. It's pretty loud.
That's good. But yeah, that would be great if they did do that. Try to at least document stuff while nobody's around.
Yes,
And see if there's
definitely.
any kind of
agree.
activity.
I agree. I want to see the woman that walks upstairs.
See, let's see.
I'm
She wants to know
Go
stuff
off a
with the
lot.
security cameras go off a lot.
no, I don't think so. Not anymore. I don't know. Actually, that's my knowledge.
Bless you if that was a sneeze.
Oh, I was coughing.
Has anyone ever tried to do a cleansing on the home?
Yes, and I have. There is one group that has done a cleansing on it, but that seemed to have completely got rid of it.
Okay, so maybe it probably might have pissed it off more than anything
I
else.
couldn't remember.
Yeah,
if somebody did or not.
exactly.
My next question is about the Estes
It was-
method, Matt. Do you feel that it was a success?
yeah.
And what are your personal opinions
Oh.
of that method?
Out of all, so I've done many SS methods,
Oh,
and most of the
Just
time I
real
get
quick, I'll be back.
Okay.
Dog.
so most of the time I get nothing on SS methods. So this one was a surprise, and it was definitely it was so creepy when I got to watch it back for the first time, because I didn't know anything that was correlated at all, obviously, because I was the one that was under. I didn't know anything correlated. I also didn't know my body language is also very correlated for what was going on. And so, oh my God, it was so cool. And it also gave me the straight up goosebumps watching that for the first time. It's actually live when I was reviewing that. It was on my YouTube members live while reviewing that sequence, and I got straight up chills.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I think it
it's
was
kinda
creepy
like-
when you kept on looking around. That was kind of creepy.
Especially for the part where it started to target Helena, even though she moved positions.
Right.
Like-
Yeah.
I never took off the mask the whole time, and also the ear muffs were on the whole time, so I didn't know she moved positions, and all of a sudden I was targeting her, which was very weird. Hey, it's Frank. Frank.
Hi, Frank. Thanks for joining us.
It scared Helena so much. What a great first date.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, you could see the concern on her face.
Yeah.
And I'm
So
thinking,
she's
okay.
interested. She likes possessive vibes, I guess. It was very interesting for sure.
Okay, Cree wanted to know what Susan and I thought of if we watched it and thought of the documentary. What did you think, Susan?
I thought it was well put. I mean, it was. I thought it was amazing. I mean, certain parts of it like did creep me out myself. Especially, I didn't really know the history of the Monroe House, but it was very well put together.
Yes, I agree. It was very well put together. It was worth the 7-year wait.
Mm-hmm.
I learned a lot. Like I said, because I've told you guys, I keep wanting to have them on, but we couldn't discuss anything because it wasn't finished. So I was excited when it was finally finished so that we could have you guys on to discuss it. I was, the information that they gave us was very in depth. And I like the professionals that you had on there and their input as well. Too bad that, like I said, when I was talking about the bones, it was too bad that nobody could get like scrapings for a DNA test. And it couldn't be researched more. Excuse me. Go ahead.
I also looked into that. That was going to be around $3,000 just to get a DNA test.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive.
Yeah. And so I was like, oh my God, do I want to spend $3,000 on a possible just animal bones? I was like, gosh, damn, imagine if you spent $3,000 on animal bones.
Right. They would have really pissed you off.
Yeah,
The thing is, to look at them, honest, I believe that it's a human bone as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the diploma, like those people do, but looking at it and from, the details they pointed out, it pointed to most likely human. And like you said, so it being so old, and that's why it would have been great if you could have got some kind of a test off of it, just to tell you the age and whether it was male or female. So then you could probably figure out who it
Yeah.
was, or
Knowing
what
me,
happened.
I would have done it. And so,
Yeah, I would have done that.
so the issue was they just wouldn't allow the boats taken out. And now there's another plane. Oh no.
That's what happens when you're in the Marines, all that plane action. Hey, Spectra researchers. Let's see, Cree's got another question. What is it with you and your crazy helmets and then using a gas mask when you do the Estes? And is it blacked out?
Yes, so the mask has been blacked out. I even show it on camera in the very beginning. I like get a close up. You see it. I put black electrical tape and blacked out all the eyes completely. And I had that idea once I saw a friend that had that thing, and I was like, you know what? This thing would look really cool in red light. I was like, but how would I implicate that? And I was like, ooh, Estes method. And so
There you go.
not only does it give a more claustrophobic feel when you wear it, but also it has a good creep factor to it also. And
It
so,
did add to the experience. Yeah, it did.
yeah, and I like that. And now it became my own trademark for the Estes method. So
There you go.
I haven't seen that anywhere else.
Helena says she wanted to run, but she was frozen still. I know, the poor thing. The look on her face, I'm thinking, oh God. She don't know what to do.
And you know what's interesting? During that whole experience, I felt like it was targeting Helena because she was the most fearful for it. So you could tell she was the most fearful.
Sense that, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that it was going to kind of focus more on Helena. And real quick, Francisco Sierra is in the house.
Yes.
Let's see. Josh, welcome, Josh. Joe and I did stay in that house overnight, and nothing really happened while we were there. And it was around the time that happened. It affects people differently.
Well, when you got two badasses in that house, it ain't gonna mess with you. I mean, look who's in the house.
So yeah, you
Josh
got
fucking
scared.
Bender and Joe fucking Vitale.
Yeah, see.
I think Josh Bender's deadlights were just too bright for the demons, you know.
They came with their own fanfare, so it scared the crap out of whatever was in there. How's it going, Big Stu? Welcome, welcome. And then we got Cree. Cree says, do you guys think that a truly haunted house has activity some days and doesn't on others? If you do, why do you think that is?
It's just, I think it depends on the people and it depends on just the day. So
Absolutely.
it could be, I don't know. Don't really know, to be honest.
Somebody banned Dawn for that Nickelback freaking comment. No. I mean, no, I've been there many times, and most of the time, it's quiet. Little things here and there happen, but when stuff does happen, it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if anybody goes to the house, don't make it an all dude team. Bring a female, because that may make the difference.
As a target, it's kidding.
No, you're right. That's actually right, because I mean, I do believe that women are more sensitive, so they pretty much are a target. Wayne says, sorry if you've already answered this, but which place would you like to do a documentary on next?
We have ideas.
Yeah, there are. There are ideas. It's all.
That's all you get, Wayne.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Because we don't want people taking our ideas, or
Which has
any-
already happened before. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally understand.
so that's why we
that.
keep it secret because of that reason.
I mean, all you gotta say is, "Hey, we're gonna do Joe's house next," and then everybody shows up at Joe's, and you know, it's
That they don't want
Screw
Yeah,
to.
things
everyone, we're doing
up.
Joe's. We're doing
No,
Joe's house.
you-
Okay, guys, everyone go there now.
Yeah. You don't want to do that. You'll be met with hostility, and not by a
Oh,
ghost.
there's hostile entities at Joe's house.
Yep. It's very hostile now. Everyone go there now. That would-
Steph wants to know: does that helmet convert into holding beers and crazy straws to drink that beer?
it does it all. It has the rail system to do it.
I
Multi-purpose.
swear to God, he's not going to know it, but there's going to be a time where I put a pinwheel on his damn helmet.
And he'll be all walking around serious, and you'll have this thing.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
That's funny. That
tell you
is
the-
an awesome helmet, though. Yeah.
Thank you.
Josh says that he
was,
wants cat ears for the helmet.
Oh my God. No. So this
No.
is what I was thinking. So basically, it was created back in 2021. I think it was the first time I ever wore the helmet, and it was an idea that came because I was interested in the military stuff, and I was like, I want a POV system that has long battery life and has an IR light setup, and I was like, I can't really do that with a regular
And I
GoPro.
want to look stupid in it.
And also, I don't want it like a big cord that comes to your vest or to your pocket because it moves around a lot. So I was like, okay, I have an idea. What if I do the high cut type of bump helmets? And so thought of that idea. Then I used it's a small IR light, but it's the only one that could work on a rail system. So that's what I had originally. It worked good for closer range, like areas I was in, like inside of a building. Outside, it wasn't the best. But then I talked to Josh Bender, which he makes Deadlight, which are the best IR lights in the business.
Damn straight.
He actually made a custom design for IR lights to be built into the helmet, and that was created in 2023. And I said, can you please have it done for the next film, which was Evil Unearthed? And he said, yeah, he could do that. And so he worked on it for, I don't know how long he worked on it for. I can't remember, but he worked on it for a while. And then on the day of the shoot, he finally brought the helmet, and it was pretty sweet. It's my favorite gadget for sure.
Does Josh have his own page to sell his stuff?
I know he has the lights, correct, but not necessarily the helmet.
Just real quick, Josh said Matt doesn't let anyone wear the helmet. No, it's not that Matt won't let anybody wear the helmet. Nobody wants to wear the helmet because we know what Matt looks like in the helmet.
No, here's the thing. Actually, Cody has wore the helmet. Cody from New Reality, and then also
Jason Spencer.
Sean. Yeah, Jason Spencer has wore the helmet. Sean has wore the helmet from New Reality, and Derek has wore the helmet. He was the first one that technically wore it, I think. And so Derek from Interface Stuff. So yes, people have wore the helmet, and I get messages all the time, especially from veterans and that are into the paranormal. I keep asking about that helmet. So I am actually going to make a YouTube video of how to build your own helmet. It'll be the 1.0 version, not the 2.0 version I have, because that's going to be custom from Josh. He doesn't want to keep making those because apparently it was pretty difficult. So that won't be for sale, but I will get the whole setup for you and a list on an Amazon list where you could build your own 1.0 version if anyone wants one. So.
All right.
It'll be a YouTube video.
If he had a website or a page, everybody could go check it out and maybe, buy his stuff.
We do have a website. It's called paranormalresearchunit.com. It will be on there too. So I will be actually something that I've been wanting to do on the Paranormal Research Unit website is certain rig setups that I've been creating. I want to add it to that to the webpage where other people can also do that. It'll be like a little blogs of information of setups I like to do. So also there would be one about a device that is so damn rare that, and I'm not saying the name because there's one for sale right now and I'm buying that thing. No one's going to take it. So, but it's so rare. Most people don't even know about it. And it is amazing. Let's just say it's a data collector of some kind.
Oh,
and
nice.
it collects like pretty much all important information that you need to know about your environmental situations. And it collects it into a micro SD card. And it's really cool. And they are very, very, very fucking rare. So, yeah, I probably am going to be the only person that is going to own 2 of them very soon. So that's how rare they are.
All right, Pinky wants to know, do you think the spirits might just not feel like saying hello sometimes?
Who knows?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, best answer I can give is who knows.
Mm-hmm.
So Cree says something.
What the hell is
She
that,
said-
Jeff?
Teletubby.
Teletubby.
Yes.
Yes. I
Yes,
think
so
what the
be-
hell
Oh
is
my god.
Oh my god, built-in SB7. I'm just kidding.
That would be
No,
funny.
no.
All right, did I miss a question from Cree? Joe, would you ever consider wearing the helmet? Ha ha ha.
No. As much as I like having my hands free from a camera and stuff like that, no.
All right.
Wait a second. So Cree says, do people have issues with you bringing Eric Connor on your investigations from the documentaries since his style is so different from yours and they're giving their rules given to him when investigating? Are the rules given to him? This time we told him not to live stream and I edit the documentary, so I actually edited around a lot of the things that wasn't evidence that he was thinking was evidence at the time. And yes, we do investigate differently, but he is a great. He's just a great person, and also he's a star. He's meant for the camera, and he also brings a lot of energy to the investigation. So there's a lot of pros to him having him on board. And then the only thing I have to do in the editing process is edit it around a lot of things that I don't believe is evidence. So
Eric is a full-on believer, and
yeah,
Eric is a lot of fun to investigate with. I love Eric. I know there are people like, well, what about this, that, the other thing with Eric? Eric, he does his own thing. Eric does Eric, and what he brings, for us, is just a lot of energy. Like I said, he's a full-on believer. Eric is a genuine guy. Like, I don't believe, like he's faking anything or anything like that. When I watch Eric, when I investigate with Eric, like he just straight up believes. And again, can always edit around certain things that we were like, I don't think that's paranormal, or we don't think that's actually an EVP or whatever it is. I don't really care if anybody has a problem with Eric being in our documentaries, to be quite honest, because we know Eric. We know where his heart is. And that's what really matters.
Excuse me. Wayne wants to know, he says, let me rephrase the question. Regardless of money, where would you like to do a documentary, i.e. like the Tower of London?
okay. Pavalia, and also my brain, so I'm blanking on the name.
Fucking pyramids. I would love to investigate the pyramids.
Come
That
on,
would be
brain.
amazing.
Oh yeah, that's cool, dude. That Chernobyl. That's the place I was thinking of. Yep, Chernobyl.
Ah,
I'd like to also investigate Chernobyl. That'd be cool. That place it's so cool looking. Like it's just a ghost town. Like thousands of people used to live there, and then all of a sudden, and they just went up and left. So it's
I'm
pretty
sorry.
Got up
Oh
and
my
left.
god.
I'm reading his picture.
They want pictures. Yes, Chernobyl is very interesting. I've seen the documentary on that, and not just the buildings and stuff are creepy, but the surrounding wildlife. If you've ever seen the documentary on the Chernobyl, I mean, the wildlife and everything, the bugs, everything are all messed up, and they have readapted themselves to where they are, and it's pretty freaky.
Yeah,
So,
actually,
cool.
Cree says Lakeful he didn't pull out the DR60. He actually did, but I cut it out the documentary.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be extremely clear, like for me to add any DR60 stuff in. And like for the Harrisville haunting, there's one that was extremely clear, and that's why I added it in. But,
wasn't there an EVP that was captured and we were like, yeah, okay, that's interesting, but then decided not to because it was the DR60. Is that
yep.
Yep. Because we
There's
knew
only one that he captured that was interesting, but I'm not a fan of the DR60, and
we'd get shit.
Too many false positives. Many false positives. Can't trust it. So, false positives are a big thing when it comes to the paranormal, and how we don't like false positives in PRU. So, let's just say the next documentary is going to be mainly or series is going to be mainly PRU, so we're going to be doing things our way. So, yeah.
Hey, other side, welcome. Steph. They were talking about how that there are people that still live in that area and the surrounding areas of there, and they've become, and they've had testing done on those people. They're eating food that's grown in the ground, and they're a little radioactive, but they've adapted, which is really weird. Cree says, I remember a part where you asked him on something he caught. Is that a DR60? And he said no. And Matt said, thank God.
Yeah, it was not. For the ones that's in the film, it's not DR60, but it still was he had it on low quality settings, which I didn't like. Anyway, so also Helena says something that she says that she saw a dream 2 times where she was pregnant and went to the Monroe house. I didn't go on the other side of the fence because I was protecting my baby and I felt like something was wrong. Interesting.
Might be a premonition. Stay away from there.
Well, we had a running joke about that place.
So, of course, that's also a premonition that maybe there's a baby on the way.
Well, if there is, there's a problem because Matt's on the other side of the world.
Well, I mean, they saw each other a little while ago.
And she isn't feeling very well, too, by the way.
We haven't seen each other for like 6 months now.
Oh, okay. Then you'd be in trouble, Helena.
Yeah.
Good night, Dawn. I thought it was only a couple months ago. So, yeah, okay. Nope, she'd be in trouble.
Yep.
She says pregnancy doesn't cause fever.
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't.
Well, you didn't specify why you didn't feel good, so.
Yeah, sure. She didn't. But yeah, we haven't seen her. I've been deployed. And then also before I deployed, it was a month before deployment that we didn't see each other either. So it's going to be like a total of 7 to 8 months of us not seeing each other.
It's just so hard.
Mm-hmm.
It is tough. Yeah.
She said, I did say that my throat hurts and all. Yeah, I figured she had mentioned the other day that she had the flu. So I figured that she wouldn't be able to come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wayne says absent makes the heart grow stronger. Yes, it does. And then when he's home for about a month or so, she's going to say, get out. Go do something.
She's going to love it nuts. Yeah, she would just love it when I'm going to the gym.
Right.
Steve, welcome.
Hey, Steve, how's it going? Yeah, because I'll say that to my husband. Oh, okay, you've been here long enough. Go find something to do. So that's just how it goes with it. And Lynn, the singer, you are funny. And she's saying, I was hoping I felt better today, but I woke up feeling like crap.
Mm.
Yeah, you
It's
gotta
going
just
around.
get those vitamins in. And
Mhm.
Is there any other questions that somebody asked? Because I thought I missed some.
Julie wants to know, Matt, who is your favorite lurker?
Julie. Just kidding. I don't know.
How does he know if they're just lurking?
Yeah,
Not saying
that's
anything?
what I was thinking, Joe. I mean,
Frank. Whenever Frank's lurking, because I know he lurks sometimes. He's my favorite
ah,
lurker.
there you go. Frank gets favorite lurker.
We can
Let's-
hear
Yeah,
the
he lurks
we can hear the foreskin making sounds when Frank is lurking.
There's a disturbance.
in the force. You
I'll
have to
say-
guess who.
Now
I know
noticed-
Frank lurks sometimes. So
Oh,
I'll say
well, hey, everybody lurks every now and then.
Yes.
You gotta lurk. Let's see, Matt and Joe, have you ever looked into investigating the original London Bridge, now serving as a historical centerpiece in the Havasu City in Arizona? They say it's haunted a lot.
Mm.
yeah, I would love to. I think Ghost Hunters did that place, didn't they? Taps.
I don't remember. They've been to so many places I can't keep
Yeah,
up.
I don't
Yeah.
remember either.
Yeah, I would like to.
Like, I mean, it was funny because we had investigated with Jason back in May at Harriman Hospital. And like, he's like, oh, when we investigated this place, I'm like, oh, I don't remember that. But I know I watched every single episode when I'm like,
Well, like you
I
said,
don't
everything
remember
runs into a blur. You lose track of who's been where and what's going on.
right.
Yeah. Sometimes it's funny because sometimes a memory pops back in your head. It's like, oh yeah, I investigated that place, and it's weird. It's a weird
Yeah.
feeling because I've found many places that you just forget about. Because if it wasn't like in the top like evidence parts of your places you've investigated, sometimes you just forget about them. And so, yeah,
Just you have to keep a notebook so you know where the hell you've been and where you're going to next.
I was thinking about actually putting a list, but it would be a long time to go back into my memory because I started at 16 years old and I'm 30 now. So
Mm.
that's a long time.
Wow.
I started in 2011.
And that's funny. I was just going to ask you because this is my first time seeing you and actually interacting with you. What got you started in all of this?
So back in the summer of it was a little bit before that. I was interested in the paranormal because of personal experiences I had as a child. Like most of the time I saw shadow people all the time when I was little. And so I was interested in the paranormal because of that reason. But it wasn't until the summer of 2011 when I heard about the Old Washoe Club.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, the Old Washoe Club. And I heard it was haunted and everything. I was like, oh, cool. I want to go check it out. And so I went into the museum and the crypt. And then I started asking some questions because apparently there was supposed to be a little girl spirit there or something like that is what I was told. And I asked if there's a little girl here, can you please move something or make some kind of noise? And literally 5 seconds later, a piece of brick is thrown. And
Oh,
that's what got me hooked. That was my first time getting a response back too from
Mhm.
something in my, because I've had experiences in the past, but I never communicated with them. That was my first time trying to communicate. And so when that happened, I was like, okay, I want to do this for a living. This is so cool. And then I started making episodes. They're very trash episodes, but you have to start from somewhere. And then the funny thing is, three things I've been always intrigued into before the paranormal was science, history, and filmmaking. I'd never done filmmaking yet, but I was very intrigued by it because I was always watching the making of every movie. Every single time I got a DVD, I would watch the making of the film every time,
Mhm.
just because I was so intrigued by it. And then it wasn't until I started investigating the paranormal when I actually started trying to do filmmaking. Actually trying, because before that, my filmmaking, I was editing before the paranormal, but it was just stupid videos, like me wrestling with my friends
Mhm.
and top 10 videos of the military, which I had no. I was a little kid. I didn't know anything about like actually the military during that time, but I was still making my top 10 videos as like a 13-year-old or something like that. So anyway, that it was just stupid stuff, but that was my first like videos I would edit at the time, and I deleted that channel
Yeah.
because it was embarrassing. So
No, because then you could show where you started and up to now.
Yeah,
The
that's awesome.
progression, you know.
I kept my first paranormal channel. That's still up today, and it's pretty horrendous. So
we all have
That's
So-
pretty
that.
cool. So you basically self-taught yourself into like what you're doing now. That's pretty cool.
yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't until I did go to film school in 2015,
Hmm.
but I only went for a year. But pretty much, I would say mostly everything was self-taught for me.
Nice.
So
Fantastic. Cree wants to know, what do your families think about you guys being paranormal investigators?
My parents, my family think it's stupid. Don't support it. They're like, yeah, but is it making you money? Is it blah blah blah? You know, they're like, you're dumb.
now it does. It does now.
Yeah.
It's still dumb.
Hmm.
It's not making enough.
Hey, it
Well,
takes
it's still dumb.
time, you know.
Hmm.
And then when you're rich and famous, then what are they going to say?
Well, being rich and famous probably isn't going to happen, but
Hey, you never know. Never say never. Never say never. Thank you, Helena. You're
Helena.
wonderful. Let's give her a superstar. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Hi, Goth Gal. How's it going? Steph was-
She says that, but that footage is top notch. You talking about
Yeah.
my old footage?
The old footage,
Oh,
yeah.
no. She's seen some of it. Okay, if you guys want to go watch it, it's in my playlist of episodes. If you go to the very bottom of the playlist, it's my oldest episodes from that channel. And I kept it there just because there was some good evidence during that time period for some of it. Some of it's debunkable now. That I know that is debunked now. But some of it was actually pretty decent, so I kept it up. It's just very cringe. So be prepared. I was 16 years old.
Yeah, it's raw, guys. It's raw. Steph wants to know,
And-
Matt, did any of your family members experience the shadow people or strange incidents?
They have had personal experiences. Yeah, they believe in the paranormal, but I didn't answer that question that they were saying. What did my parents think about it? My parents, my mom actually loves that I do this. She thinks that I'm basically meant to do this work. She believes in me a lot when it comes to me doing this work.
That's great.
My dad didn't really 100% support it. I felt like until I got recognized, and I did a ride along with my dad, and one of the EMTs that was there, or paramedics that was there, that saw me there. I was doing a call with them. They saw me and everything. After that day, and I went back home and everything, my dad saw that same EMT again. And then that EMT went to my dad and said, your son, does he do paranormal stuff at all? And he's like, yes, he does. And he's like, oh my God, I watch him and stuff. That's when my dad kind of shifted tone a little bit, as ever since I got recognized in public by him. With him around. And so that's when it kind of changed things a little bit, because that was not a paranormal event or anything. That was like just in the regular public. And so, so now he's more supportive about it. Yeah. And it's kind of changed his tone in it. He was a firefighter for about, I think, 22 years, I think.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. So I
Fantastic.
can't remember how long it was, but yeah, pretty long
Now,
time.
Joe, even your family, has your family ever seen any of your videos or any of the evidence that you've collected to make them change their minds?
no, they just think it's dumb. Like they just do not support it at all. All right, well, Matt, Matt's met my stepdad. He can tell you.
Yeah.
It gives you guys a ribbon.
I think he's pretty he's also more religious too, I believe. So he probably thinks that this is all demons,
Not-
everything.
That's a yes and no kind of thing, but he thinks
Yeah, I
everything's
mean,
like,
I can see where you're coming from, Joe. Like, none of my family members are on my Facebook because of the simple reason that they're all religious and they don't believe in anything what I do. So, completely understand.
Well, especially, I mean, well, yeah, in the Catholic denomination and a lot of the Baptist denominations, stuff like that. It's very taboo. You're not supposed to be doing any of this. So yeah, they're not going to acknowledge any of it because it's considered sinful. So
I would say that it's really cool to have at least my mother has been so damn supportive, and like she's even pitching in a little bit of money here and there when it comes to the films and everything because she believes in me so much.
That's awesome.
And yeah, she's been a huge help. She's been the most supportive by far. It's really cool. She knows I'm gonna make it one day, and that's
great. That's well, you need
she's
that kind
the first
of
one to believe in me.
Great.
Yeah, she's the first one to believe in me. Yep.
So that's great. Good night, Shadow Cat. Thanks for joining us.
Good night, Shadow Cat.
Did you dedicate the documentary to anybody?
I did at the end of the film, after the red credit sequence, there's a memorial thing in memories of, for 3 people in our community that were followers of ours that passed away. And so I dedicated it to them because Selena Martin, which was a big follower of mine, actually I have a special memory of like when the Harrisville haunting was finished. She was the only one there with me at the time because like late at night, like 3 a.m, and it was I got emotional because it was my first ever film I ever finished, and she was there during that moment, and now she wasn't there for the end of this film, and it kind of sucks, to be honest. She got sick and passed away, and then Scott, who you actually hear his voice, Scott Runyon, you could hear his voice in the beginning of the phone call. He was there during the night of the possession at the Monroe House. He also passed away in, I believe, 2021 or something like that. I could be wrong about the year. But he also passed away, which was unfortunate. And he had a big part of the Monroe House too. So he's also at the end of the film. And he was following me since Soul Seekers, which is like I was in 3 paranormal teams. My first one, which was very shitty. It was only my friends and me. It was called, it sounds like a 16-year-old made the name. It's called Paranormal Extreme Crew. And then I joined Soul Seekers, which was Dante's team. And that was the time when Scott was following me. It was during that time. And then I left that team, and then I created the Paranormal Research Unit, and that's still the name to this day. And so, it's he was also a big follower. And then we had Daniel, who was a follower of mine and Helena's, who
he was mine, one of mine too.
Yeah, he was basically the bird man because he had a lot of birds, and so he passed away, unfortunately. So 3 people that we knew that were in the community that were followers of ours that passed away during this 7-year making process of making this film. So yeah,
that's wonderful. Okay, my question is for you both. What do you take away from this experience?
I take away. I'll let you go this time because I'm keep talking.
A lot of work went into this, and I'm not talking about the like editing or anything like that. The years of investigating, researching, and things like that. Do your research. If you're going to go and investigate, do your research. It is absolutely important because it can it can guide you in the direction and answer a lot of questions. It can also make things stranger. So I don't necessarily know if it's a takeaway from me or not, but history is important. And you got to grind.
Yeah, the grind, like, I think this was the most difficult documentary to make, mainly because I was it was during the Marine Corps, doing it while in the Marine Corps. So the lack of sleep and the amount of health I was sacrificing on myself during the whole process kind of sucked, to be honest. And so, but I was doing it because I was like, you know what, there's people that are depending on me. And on top of that, I want to one day live comfortable and just be a filmmaker for my main job. And you have to work hard for that. Every successful person you hear talk about success, it's about people that kept working and working and working and didn't give up, and also put themselves in bad situations just to get there sometimes. And so
nobody is going to make you successful, right? You have to get it yourself, or you work as a team with one goal to make that happen. Because everybody benefits from that. It's not easy.
The thing is, it's going to be a lot easier to make films now because I won't be in the military for the next one.
Right.
Another thing too is, just real quick, Matt. Another thing too is, when you're working with people and doing documentaries and stuff like that, it can be stressful. It sounds dumb, but it can be very stressful. You're gonna bump heads. Shit's gonna be said. You got to take it on the chin and continue to work on the goal, right? Just work on the goal, and everything will smooth out. Everything will be fine, but work for it. Sorry, Matt.
No, I was just saying, also what's kind of cool too, the first film was also distributed while I was in schoolhouse, meaning I didn't have internet in the schoolhouse except for during the weekends where I was allowed to go somewhere during the weekends. And so Joe and I were just trying to get everything together for the distribution process. So it's like we distributed the first film while in the Marine Corps, and then also I had to edit and distribute a film while in the Marine Corps. And also the distribution process happened while on deployment. So I'm kind of limited to what I can do here. I can't send big files from the internet out here. But when it comes to Joe, he was able to send. Actually, we didn't even have to this time. We had to actually send out a hard drive this time. In the past, we just delivered it online, but now we do it by hard drive for this one. Anyway, but it was just like a whole process of doing it while in the military. Everything in the military just made it way more difficult. So the leave also that we had to get to be able to go shoot also made things more difficult, because if in the civilian life you could be like, oh, I need to just plan some days right now, and then I could plan it and go.
Right.
And then just let my job know, give them a 2-week notice, and they'll let you go do it. And so, but that's not how it works in the military. You can't give a 2-week notice. You have to wait until you have times where you can take leave, because you have training that you have to do all the time. So it's just very different. So when I get out, it's going to make things a lot easier for sure to keep making films and maybe a show. We'll see.
Fantastic. Is there anything else you'd like to ask them, Susan, before we let them on their way?
No.
Guys, tell them, everybody, where they can find the documentary and where they can find you.
Evil Unearthed is on Prime Video and Google Play and YouTube Movies as of right now, and it's going to be released in other places later. Also, you'll be able to get the Blu-ray not right now, but later, you get the Blu-ray at Walmart.com, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, BestBuy.com, Target.com. You're going to be able to, in 40 other retail websites, you can buy the Blu-ray. We're not doing DVDs anymore because the ISO file was just too low quality for a DVD because of how long the film is. So we're just doing Blu-ray only instead. Which is fine because everyone pretty much has Blu-ray these days because you can buy a Blu-ray player for $50 if you want to. They're pretty cheap these days, and so yeah, it's Paranormal Research Unit is the name of the YouTube channel. There's going to be a lot more videos coming out on that channel when I get out of the Marine Corps. A lot more, so keep an eye on that. So
fantastic. So, go check it out, guys. Go buy the documentary. It helps them out with building income for their next adventure. Thanks, Steph, for putting in the links. You'll know where to find Joe and Matt and the documentary. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to answer them for you if we've missed anything tonight. And I want to thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to talk to you about this and to get a little bit of
Joe.
A little bit of the inside scoop.
Entity7.Joe Vitale YouTube. Don't
He's
bother
there.
me on Facebook.
Yeah.
She put it in. He's there. So yeah, okay. Don't bother him on Facebook. He won't answer you.
Or Instagram.
And also Hauntingly Beautiful Adventures for her YouTube channel. She's in the chat right now.
Yes.
Helena, don't forget Miss Helena at all. Helena, go get some rest.
Yes.
And we look forward to having her on sometime soon. And again, guys, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who donated. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment. It helps us all out, and it's all free. And we appreciate any kind of input you guys want to throw our way. Until then, everybody, please remember to live life a little bit on the raw side. And thanks for joining us.